Hello students, I am Manoj Kundare, the Assistant Professor of Electronic Science. Welcome back to our e-learning platform. In previous video, we have seen the concept of ultrasonic sensor and its working. The link of the previous video is available in the description box. Please check it. Now, in this video, we are going to see the next type of sensor named as the motion sensor. As the name implies, this motion sensor detects the motion of the object. Okay, now let's see more details about the sensor. What is motion sensor? A motion sensor or a motion detector is an electronic device that is designed to detect and measure movement. That means this sensor is used to detect the movement of the object or human being or pets. The motion sensors are used primarily in home and business security systems, but they can also be found in phones, paper towel dispensers, game consoles, and virtual reality systems. That means there is a wide range of application for the motion sensors. There are mainly two types of motion sensor. First one is active motion sensor and second one is passive motion sensor. Let's see what is meant by active motion sensor and passive motion sensor one by one. First one is active motion sensor. The active sensors have both a transmitter and a receiver in it. That means the active sensors are of the type transceivers. These are type transceivers, and we have seen one type of transceivers in previous lecture named as the ultrasonic sensor. Okay, that means this sensor contains both transmitter and receiver in a single module. This type of sensor detects motion by measuring changes in the amount of sound or radiation reflecting back into the receiver. The most common type of active motion detector uses ultrasonic sensor technology. These motion sensors emit sound waves to detect the presence of object. I hope you all remember the working of ultrasonic sensor. The ultrasonic sensor in which it contains both transmitter and receiver. The transmitter continuously transmits the ultrasonic waves. If the object is found, then these waves are reflected back by the object. These reflected waves are received by or detected by the receiver of the ultrasonic sensor, and depending upon the time duration between transmitting and receiving, we can calculate the distance between object and the sensor also. Okay, but here we use the ultrasonic sensor to detect the motion of the object or any type of human beings or living beings. Okay, I hope you all remember the working principle of the ultrasonic sensor. Let's see once again. The transmitter continuously transmits the ultrasonic waves. When the objects gets detected, then the transmitted wave reflected back towards the receiver. Okay, by using this technique, we can detect the motion of the object. I hope you all understand the active motion sensor type ultrasonic sensor. There are also microwave sensors which emit microwave radiation. Okay, and tomographic sensor which transmit and receive radio waves. That means depending upon the radiated or reflected wave, the sensors are classified as the ultrasonic sensor, which transmit and receives the ultrasonic wave, the microwave sensor, which transmit and receive microwave radiation, and the tomographic sensor, which transmit and receive radio waves. This is the microwave sensor, and this is the tomographic sensor. Okay, now let's see the next type of sensor, passive motion sensor. What is the difference between active motion sensor and passive motion sensor? Let's see. Unlike an active motion sensor, a passive motion sensor does not have a transmitter. That means this is the main difference in active motion sensor and passive motion sensor, that in active motion sensor it contains both transmitter and receiver. It transmits the ultrasonic wave, radio waves, or the microwaves. But in passive motion sensor, it does not have the transmitter. That means it cannot transmit any type of wave here. It only receives the radiation from the surrounding. Okay, that means in passive motion sensor there is only a receiver. Okay, instead of measuring a constant reflection, the sensor detects motion based on perceived increases of radiation in its environment. The most widely used type of passive motion sensor in home security system is passive infrared sensor. We have learned about this passive infrared sensor or PIR sensor technology. In PIR sensor technology, the sensor senses the infrared radiation from the living body like human. We know that all the living things emits the infrared radiation, and these radiations are sensed by the PIR sensor, and we get positive peak when crosses the first slot, and when it leaves the slot we get the negative peak. That means this type of output. That means we can see or we can detect the motion of the object by using the passive infrared sensor. I hope you all remember all the things regarding to the passive infrared sensor. We have made a video on this sensor. Now let's see the applications of motion sensor. As we know, there is a wide range of application. Some of them are listed here. The motion sensors are used in the intruder or burglar alarm. It is also used in automatic ticket gates, energy efficient lighting, entryway lighting, mobile phones, home security systems, automatic dryers, etc. That means the motion sensors are of various applications used. Okay, in motion sensor there are number of sensors like the PIR sensor or the ultrasonic sensor, and depending upon the working of this sensor, these are classified into active sensor and passive sensor. In active sensor, both transmitter and receiver are used, while in passive sensor only receiver is used, there is no transmitter. Okay, in sometimes there is a combination of this type of active and passive type of sensor. Okay, I hope you all understand all the things about the motion sensor. Thank you.